not Firestorm, Heatwave and Captain Cold in the CW.
Yeah.
They did Prison Break together.
Yep.
They are great together. And the dynamic between Jensen Ackles and
Jared Padalecki.
Yeah.
I screw up his fucking last name all
Yep.
the time.
That's where I see good dynamic between Red Hood and Nightwing, like Dick Grayson. So, sure, it could be pulled off.
And then all we need is somebody to play Red Robin.
Hey, Red Robin.
It's got to be Red Robin, guys. It can't be Robin.
No,
If we're going to have Red Hood, we have to have him as Red Robin.
Let's see. Who could do it?
Even though it's one of the stupidest code names in the goddamn world to go from Robin to Red Robin.
Well, that's when that was his Teen Titans.
Yeah.
You know
Or it
who
was literally just the Titans, not the...
Since we're on Robin, I have a decent, I think a solid cast for Damien, actually. He'd be a little old, but he could be an older Damien. Like Damien in his like teen or 20s or something. The guy from I forget his name, but he played Exy in Kingsman. The main lead in Kingsman.
So you're telling me he could play a guy who literally teaches Terry McGinnis?
I think so. I like his look for Damien. I like his look. Dye his hair black. I like it.
Huh.
Eggsy.
Yeah.
Why can't we fucking remember his name? He was another person who did a King Arthur thing, didn't he?
Yep.
Yep.
We should remember his name.
Well, he donned the codename Arthur King.
Yeah.
In Kingsman.
That's another comic I have yet to read.
Oh God, I'm really trying to think of one for Tim Drake. Because
if you're gonna start,
he'd have to be older than Damien, but younger than Dick and Jason.
So if we're gonna pick somebody who's younger than Jared and Jensen.
Yeah.
In case you're wondering, that's my Damien. Taron Egerton. That's Eggsy. Oh, you know.
Yes, sir.
Yep. I've seen all the Kingsman movies. So I knew who you were talking about. I just couldn't place his name either. God.
The Hunger Games. Who was her fucking boyfriend, dude?
Oh!
PETA, but I'm not sure of. Josh Hutcherson.
I would almost go the other way, the hometown boyfriend that loved her.
Blondie?
No, because that was...
No. I'm sorry,
It's the hometown guy, right?
PETA, yeah, that's Josh Hutcherson. I was just saying, you talking about Liam Hemsworth? Hemsworth was in there. He liked Katniss too.
I have to defer to you guys when it comes to Hunger Games because I fell asleep. I didn't read the books.
I think I'm the only one here that watched all of them. Maybe I don't know.
No, I watched them all.
First 10 minutes of the fucking movies for some reason.
It's
not because they're bad movies either.
They move a little slow.
I have a big crush on Jennifer Lawrence. What the hell do you want from me?
Yeah.
She was not Mystique.
No. Oh, JJ, get in on this.
I just pissed people off by saying that. She had the ass though. There. I just sexualized somebody. Still sue me for putting sexism there. Stop. I find her sexy. I'm a male. I'm gonna find a woman sexy.
I hate to go full circle here, but back to great casting. Michael Fassbender as Magneto. Yeah. Absolutely, I loved it. Yep. Now back to where we were.
Let's talk about dream casting. I hope it's true. I want Fassbender as Dr. Doom.
Oh, yes, please.
If you're going to have somebody come in from that universe and after they've entirely scrapped what's there, yes, Doom.
Because that Doom we got with the latest one, I don't know what that was.
At least we got a mention of the goddamn country he's from.
Oh, yeah. But, I'm going to be a blogger.
I'm going to be a digital Doom.
Oh, what? No.
Might as well be my comic character, Digital Link. Non-existent.
Copyright.
Yeah.
Copyright. Make sure nobody else steals Digital Link.
Yeah, because that's going to be a fucking name out there. I know it. Just like I swear I came up with nacho cheese. No, you didn't. Fuck you. Yes, I did.
I got a good one. When I think about it, I have a great one for Tim Drake. Logan Lerman.
From...
Spout off some movies, bro. Not everyone knows actor names. They know the movies they've been in, though.
I'm looking. I'm gonna look real quick.
I'm one of those people.
They're on the tip of my tongue. What he was fucking.
IMDb. They do not sponsor us, but
Percy
we do
Jackson.
use
He was Percy Jackson.
Fuck yes. Okay, yeah, you got us now.
Yep.
All you had to do was say one movie, Percy Jackson. Also,
Tim Drake.
love those
Yes,
movies.
Tim Drake.
Wish they could have
Also,
gone
he's kind of got
further.
the face of Damien too.
He could be a Grayson too. He could be almost any Robin. I swear to God. He was actually in. Oh, now that I look at him, he was actually in the running for Spider-Man before Holland
Yes, he
got
was.
it.
Yep.
So I'm like, Logan Lerman, good choice. Another one. Young up and coming for roles like that. Dylan O'Brien from Maze Runner.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know what? Since you brought up Tom Holland,
Oh Jesus.
Dream, and we have a love-hate relationship with this character. Spider-Man 2.0.
What?
When I say Spider-Man 2.0, you
Talking
gotta
about
know-
Miles?
Yes, Miles Morales. Who would you cast?
Oh.
We already have his uncle.
I want to say people wanted Donald Glover for the longest time, but that made no sense to me because Donald Glover is like old. He's too old to play Miles. Come on now, he's his uncle. It's fine. That works.
We need somebody who Tom can be a mentor to.
Oh man.
Somebody who's up and coming for like
I don't know his name, but the young black kid from Stranger Things. Honestly.
True.
I feel bad for saying this almost. Actually, I'm not. I have never seen Stranger Things.
Me neither.
Just like I haven't watched a single episode of Game of Thrones.
Here's the
I
thing.
do not count Pornhub.
Here's another thing too that's intriguing about Miles. If he don't have the acting chops that his daddy does, is the problem. But looks wise, if he classic,
Caleb McLaughlin is his name.
if he did
That'd be a good Miles.
like the haircut Miles did,
Smith?
Jaden Smith.
Jane Smith. I
Oh,
knew
yeah.
where you were
If
going
he
with
could,
that.
but he can't act. He's not bad, but he can't. In my opinion, he can't act as good as his dad does. So his acting would have to get a little.
Fine tune.
Yes.
My opinion for his acting is that he wasn't as into it.
Yeah.
He wanted to do what his father does, but he got more into the music, which
Yeah.
all on him, man. He doesn't have bad music. He's
True.
actually pretty good at it.
Right. True.
Except for the whole
True.
looks thing. It kind of weirds me out a bit. How
Nah.
clean his father was, and then he goes street hoodlum style.
Here's another one that has been getting a lot of circulation for like Dreamcast and stuff because the names come up. He's eventually gonna, and the rumor is Marvel's been eyeing him, but they want to eventually bring Norman into the MCU, and the name they keep bringing up is Matthew McConaughey, and I'm like, ooh.
He does do better at like serious roles. Because his romance films, not that they were trash.
Romance?
They were no.
Ledger already died. Leave it alone.
He's in like McConaughey does a lot of chick flicks and shit.
Oh, because of freaking Brokeback Mysterio.
Oh God.
I actually loved that Mysterio.
I fucking was waiting for it forever. Scarecrow Mysterio forever.
There it is again. That's a classic from the good old
you're
days.
laughing, but you hate it.
That's one from
Yes,
the
I
good
do.
old, good old days. Good old days. But no, this kind of the same topic, but not really. Like when you really think about it, pending on the third movie, but the Spider-Man movies with Holland, Homecoming and Far From Home have had, in my opinion, two of the top castings for villains in the entire MCU. Michael Keaton as Vulture was phenomenal.
Yeah.
And
Not to mention we got T Scorpion.
And Michael Mondo is a good role for Scorpion, I think. And Jake Gyllenhaal as Mysterio was even a notch better, in my opinion. It was phenomenal what they did with Mysterio.
Hey, guess what?
Knowing what I
Who
know,
would you
though,
cast as J. Jonah Jameson?
Oh,
You
J.K.
can't-
Simmons, no recast.
Yep. Knowing what I know now, Vulture in that movie was actually a young Vulture. If you really
Yes.
think about it.
Because Adrian Toomes is one of the. There's
like
been many
70-something.
storylines where Toomes is trying to get younger.
Yeah.
He's sucking up people's life force to get younger.
He
That's
didn't
up-
start out that way, though.
No.
He was actually a young thief, ingenious fucking engineer who designed the stuff. And from what we got out of the movie is that Adrian Toomes was a partial engineer. He just was a construction worker who was sick of what life was dealing him.
And another thing that them movies did justice for them villains. You understood where they were coming from.
Mm-hmm.
Here comes Stark and the cleanup, destroying Toombs' whole livelihood in Homecoming. So he had to steal to make a living.
That's probably our only gripe with that, is that it was all set up on what Stark did, and it wasn't actually Peter's. Like, it was in the comics, the whole thing is that Peter has basically made his villains.
But it's true. But at the same time, I like what they did with Quentin Beck being basically screwed over by Stark.
Yeah.
Because Quentin Beck's origin in Spider-Man is Quentin Beck in the comics was a special effects guru.
Yep.
That worked on movie sets. A Spider-Man fight tore up one of his movie sets. He got fired. That is a very basic and, in my personal opinion, like kind of just
wouldn't fit in
stupid.
Hollywood right now.
It wouldn't fit in Hollywood.
Right.
They had to make it. They did right. They did good, I think. What they did with connecting Mysterio to Stark to make him have
It
more.
was also a good lead off of where they were at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
We keep doing Marvel castings. Let's try some more. No, actually, no. I
No,
can't
we
say
were-
that.
we were on-
We basically did a DC Bat Family casting. So let's
Minus Batwoman and Batgirl.
let's try some off-screen fucking castings. Like, if we're gonna get the Fantastic Four in here, who we casting as a Thing?
Yep.
You gonna go back as him? I remember him
With
saying
an
he doesn't want to
updated,
do it
like,
anymore.
Well, with an updated suit, I think.
I don't care if
Johnny
somebody
Storm.
plays. I don't care if somebody plays, like, does the mocapper thing. Michael Chiklis talks for him. Don't
Yeah.
care.
I can agree with that. Johnny Storm.
See, that's so hard because I actually really liked Chris Evans as Johnny Storm.
I did too.
Yep.
I didn't like Michael B. Jordan like everyone did. 'Cause I was like,
I dealt
That was
with
not
it.
Johnny Storm.
I
For
dealt
one
with
thing,
it.
we got a fucking. What the hell was that relationship between Sue Storm and
They
Johnny?
were
Adopted.
Adopted.
Sue was adopted.
No, that is not how the fucking.
I know
first
that whole
family was
movie's a damn
created.
train wreck,
Yep.
The birthday.
and that was my birthday movie. I think I feel.
God, who would be a good Johnny Storm? Huh. Human Torch.
Somebody younger with a lot of charisma.
So, pick another actor out of the WWE.
No, I'm not big on. No.
I would say John Cena, but you never see him.
Yeah, there'd be nothing in that movie.
So is that why he's rumored to play Sandman?
That Shelby he's going to be driving in Fast 9 is just going to be driving itself. You won't see him.
Huh?
I digress. I'm sorry.
You won't see him.
So we're on Human Torch right now. Well, you
Yeah,
can think
not
of
the
any other-
Invisible Woman.
I'm sorry. Alba did a really decent Invisible
Decent,
Woman.
man. She was amazing. She actually brought the family aspect to the team in that movie.
Yeah.
They have one. Fantastic Four has one feat that is totally ignored. They are Marvel's first family. Everybody ignores that.
I want that to be a thing if they're actually bringing it back. I want the Baxter Building to be a stable point of New York City.
Like Avengers Tower is.
And what would be nice is if they want to shoehorn the Fantastic Four in there, is say that the family went bankrupt. They became something else into the negative zone. Just like have their entire movie happen off of hearsay, like it was Ant-Man, where we didn't get the first Ant-Man and Wasp. We got the
We got Scott Lang.
Scott Lang, which
We got Hank Pym.
I grew to
he
love
was
that.
old,
I grew to
retired.
love that.
Yeah.
I like Michael.
I was a
Douglas'
little,
older Hank Pym.
I was a little,
Hesitant?
taken aback and hesitant about it. But then, like you, it grew on me.
Especially since I finally got the Wasp.
Oh.
Yeah. And like
A
the
key
original
Avenger, by the way.
Yeah.
And you got the original one too, Janet Van Dyne.
Yeah. They bring Janet back.
Yes.
She got her out of the fucking.
Played by the
The
original
Quantum Realm.
Catwoman. Oh, I'm sorry, not the original Catwoman. Because people are going to give me shit for that. She's not the original Catwoman, but she is Catwoman.
She is the Catwoman. She's the best Catwoman. Don't get me started on Anne Hathaway. And I like Anne Hathaway, but don't get me started.
I'm sorry, that was Catwoman?
Good one.
I thought that was a cosplayer in a fucking movie. Who decided to ride Batman's bicycle because she liked the way he smelled.
I'm really drawing a blank right now on Human Torch because it's got to be like a playboy, because that's Johnny's personality.
He's got to be a thrill seeker.
Yeah, like a thrill seeker playboy. I'm sorry, like it's got to be a very good looking guy. I'm straight, listeners. I am, but like that's got to be a thing. Like Chris Evans was the playboy.
You just had a lot of people go, "Oh man, he's straight."
And probably a lot of them are guys.
Nah, that was the females hoping to be your friend.
Oh, yeah, because, classic. I am the definition of friend zone.
You ain't the only one.
So I'm trying to let's get the harder one out.
New name for the podcast, Friend Zone.
Who would be a good Reed Richards?
I basically already cast my Reed Richards, and everybody else agrees with me.
Who?
He did a damn good job in a thriller/horror movie where you don't even see the villain or the monsters. You had to stay silent the entire fucking time.
Are you talking about A Quiet Place?
No, that's not it.
What? We had to say, yeah, that's A Quiet Place.
Is it?
Yes.
Well, you can tell I watch fucking horror movies all the time. Yeah. Slashers for me, people.
I had to search for the picture just to show why.
What is his name? John Cusack?
Krasinski? John Krasinski. That's Reed to me. That's perfection.
Yes.
John Krasinski.
Basically, doesn't he actually have an actual wife who they would feel
Yes, I believe so.
is Sue Storm?
Yes, I'm actually going to look right now.
So you know what we should do is find out if she has a brother and say, hey, you want to play in a movie with your sister? Oh, what's up? Back into it.
So
Unpause.
Emily Blunt was brought up for Invisible Woman. Hear me out.
Does she have a brother? Let's get this family thing going.
Well, hold on. I want to place a counter offer, and people are going to think I'm fucking nuts, but I think she's actually got great talent. You know her from The Big Bang Theory. That is Kaylee Cuoco. I think she'd be a decent Invisible Woman.
I don't disagree. I only have, since it's for discussion, I tend to stay away from casting. I view there is a big difference between small screen acting, big screen acting.
Well, and you're right.
We're all for Supernatural getting into it.
Exactly. That's why I'm sitting there like, because you don't have to be, you have to be good, but you don't have to be as like ridiculously over the top for like TV. You know what I mean? For TV, like a TV show or a sitcom. And Big Bang is a sitcom, so
Right.
it's like, I'd be more comfortable with like an A-lister. Not saying that they can't find diamonds in the rough. Like, be honest, Tom Holland was a diamond in the rough because he was just a child actor that did movies with Ewan McGregor about being lost at sea and shit. So,
Oh, Jesus.
You forgot about his whole gymnastics routine that he sent in
and
of
he's
him
a
doing
gymnast.
flips and shit.
I just want to say that, like, yeah, you make a very valid point. Like, she is from a TV series, but it's also like it's sink or swim. Like, you got to take risks.
Let's
like,
bring up
sometimes
another
that's-
point here, Dean.
Right.
Who was your favorite Joker?
What the hell? We just brought it. What?
He's saying you're kind of against small
Right,
screen versus
right.
big screen, but who was your favorite Joker?
Monahan. And he was from
Exactly,
TV.
small
I get
screen.
it.
Yeah,
But
All-
you're
what I'm
right.
saying is, like, sometimes the only way for them to become A-listers is to take that leap
Branch
of faith.
out,
True,
leap
true.
out.
Yeah.
And true. Let me kind of
Just don't
expand.
fall.
Expand on that a little bit. Someone who everyone no, not listeners will know. I am a huge movie buff. I like look at acting. I look at almost everything I can just because I love movies that much. But like, I watched Monahan. he's on TV. He has the presence to be like an A-list Hollywood actor to me. And then, but also, Monahan also plays in Shameless, which is a very serious comedy drama, and he's phenomenal in it.
I'll give you another fucking thing.
What?
He's a main voice actor for a video game.
Oh,
For Star Wars.
Star Wars
People pay
game.
attention to that shit.
And then another point too, because I am desperately would love Charlie Hunnam, as Green Arrow. 2 points. One, he was the lead role in Sons of Anarchy, a show I hold very dear.
Yep.
That show was nothing but drama, nothing but you needed acting.
I got a question for you because I was not one of the people
finish
who
my
jumped
point.
on Anarchy.
Let him finish.
For
I
a
think
show,
I know where he's going.
For a show like that. But then look at Charlie Hunnam, who can be in a movie like The Gentleman.
Yep.
Directed by Guy Ritchie and absolutely own his role. Charlie Hunnam to me is proven to me. Why I'm like, yes, Green Arrow, and he looks like him. You can't deny that. Okay, now I'm done.
Charlie Hunnam in comedy, because the Green Arrow is basically supposed to be the butt of every joke, just like Aquaman.
And that was his point. Like in The Gentleman, his role was actually comedic.
Yeah.
So it was a there's a term for it. Well, I think it was drama, like dramedy. That's what that was. So.
Dramedy, isn't that just basically showing, like?
It's comedy mixed with drama.
Yeah, I know.
It's funny, but it's dramatic.
Yep.
In the actual playwright terms, that's life.
Yep. But now we're still stuck on fucking Human Torch again.
I'm asking, see if she's got a brother.
Emily Blunt.
No, it is. She probably does have a fucking brother who acts, or a cousin, somebody who's actually familiar, who she's familiar with.
And she's attractive, so.
Yeah, that doesn't swear I voted all people. Even though we're normal men and, we see an ass and we...
It just says Peter Blunt as her grandfather and Crispin Blunt as her uncle.
They're not even going to list cousins and shit like that.
And two kids, but no brothers. But now I feel obligated to try and find an actor because, like, these series people. But also, I did say, what's his name from Stranger Things to play Miles. But Miles is also kind of up and coming, so you have some more playroom for that.
Mm-hmm. See, I'm one of those bastards. If I'm going to actually cast somebody, I'm going to cast somebody to the role they're going to play. So if I'm going to cast a Miles, I want him to be a black Hispanic guy.
And that's fair.
I'm actually weird for that.
You like accuracy.
I do like accuracy. It actually builds more onto the character if they look how you're supposed to see them.
Yeah.
Like, for instance, you're gonna cast the Ancient One as a woman and white.
Yeah, that was a little...
She did a wonderful job, don't get me wrong. I absolutely love Doctor Strange the movie and what she did in Endgame. I just didn't get the casting because when I think of the Ancient One, I don't think that.
Yeah.
I don't even, anytime I've seen it, I don't even think that. And that's the way I think about casting. And I will cast people based on their ability to play a role as well, not just the way they look.
I have the perfect Johnny Storm.
Hit us.
Zac Efron.
Fucking A.
100%.
True.
I believe he's actually done movies with her too, hasn't he?
Maybe, but...
Zac Efron, Emily Blunt, you look it up.
I'm almost certain, but... Yeah.
We got crickets in the background, man. What the hell? Put that in the fucking...
for the ambiance.
Dave Franco could do it too.
Oh, you said Franco. When I think of Franco, I only think of one.
Yeah. But
You're
Dave
thinking of
Franco.
one movie where the interview you got honey potted.
No, I think of a different movie with the big old shadowy demon.
Oh, this is the end.
Yep, this is the end.
And
With James Franco.
James and Franco. Here we go. We're back on cast. Franco played a great Harry Osborn.
Yep.
Now it got a little weird with 3 when that new Goblin shit. But
Yeah.
Why? And couldn't you have just put him in a modified version of the Power Ranger suit? For fuck's sakes.
Well, at least it was still better than the Amazing Spider-Man fucking Goblin. That thing was horrendous.
They were gonna go for
we're
the ultimate Goblin.
We're gonna use a snowboard instead of a glider.
If you're gonna give the guy a disease that turns the way he looks, at least make him buff and fucking dangerous, shoot fireballs out of his hands like the ultimate Goblin.
Oh yeah.
you know, that movie was Amazing Spider-Man 2 was very iffy with casts. Garfield and Emma Stone were phenomenal.
Yep.
You did that on purpose.
Dane DeHaan could have been a good Harry, but and it wasn't his fault. What his Goblin was, he tried too hard to be kind of jokery when they're very different.
Yes.
Paul Giamatti as Rhino was just garbage, and I don't think it was his fault really. But Mech Suit Rhino needs to go away. Needs to go to hell away. Because Rhino is one of them villains I really want an MCU movie really bad.
It's because you want the boys.
Spider-Man movie. No, I don't want the damn boys.
Lie.
But the best cast in there was Jamie Foxx and Electro. Yes, people, I said that. Sorry. I didn't mind it.
Hey, that fucking soundtrack was dope.
Yes.
There, I said my white word for the day. Dope. D-O-P-E. E. Because you want to add that extra E on there for the whiteness.
Dope.
Yeah. What are we counting now?
Oh my god. So we've already talked about like Holland's movies, but Spider-Man movies for the most part, their villains have been, for the most part, have been decent to good. I like Lizard in The Amazing.
Yeah.
Rhys Ifans as Lizard, Connors.
Yep.
They screwed up Connors a little bit because they didn't have his wife or Billy, which are very important to Dr. Connors' development. I made no sense. I'm like, where is Billy? Where's his wife? What the hell?
Yep.
Dr. Connors the hermit?
He doesn't just research growing back a limb for no reason. He wants to play ball with his little Billy.
Yep.
I need to rephrase that because the way that sounded after I said it. No, Kirk Connors is not a pedophile.
No. Since that handles amazing. Now, Spider-Man 3.
We're going backwards. Okay.
Yeah, we're kind of going backwards.
So you want to do Raimi.
There's the Raimi movies. Now, Spider-Man 3. Let's get the... Venom destroyed Topher Grace's career. That was terrible. That
not his fucking problem.
That was and he was tiny. He was about the same size as Spider-Man.
But I did kind of like the look of Venom.
Yeah, he looked fine.
But
they got his weakness down.
True. But nothing beats Tom Hardy as Venom now. Just get that clear, people. Tom Hardy for Venom. I have to get that in there because we didn't even talk about in the good cast how Tom Hardy was a great Venom.
No. Except you gotta fuck up his goddamn symbiote. William Church. His last name was Church. As Sandman was okay. He looked identical to Sandman.
Yeah.
He
played the part.
When they turned him into Uncle Ben's killer, it was just cringy. Yeah. I'm like, oh no. And then New Goblin, it's Franco, great Harry, but that wasn't his fault. Script. Now, Alfred Molina as Doc Ock in Spider-Man 2.
Probably
best
my
movie
favorite
of the trilogy. Fuck you.
Hands down, probably the best villain cast.
He's up there all time.
I'll hot take this.
What are you talking about? Doc Octopus wasn't have to have good points. Fuck off.
I will hot take this. Out of all the Spider-Man movies from
that is I'm gonna
Maguire to Holland, I will say that cast for Doc Ock is probably the best villain cast out of them all.
Made the movie.
But it's not by a lot. Because